raise banners, I'll tell you what. I will tell you what.
Well, I just think it's good timing too, because it sounds theoretically like it's gonna suit my Alpha Legion list much better.
How so? Actually, I don't too much, but the structural changes of this new mission pack.
Battle line increased importance, and the gambits look like they're much more.
Tasteful?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. No, I was aware
Let
of that,
less
but that makes sense.
let less bullshit, more playing around. You know.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. I agree.
Of course you. Why wouldn't you?
I mean, there is something to the randomly drawn missions, like the random side quests. You want to build for flexibility. There is something to that.
No,
But
no, that's still there.
oh, it's still there. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, no, I just mean like the gambits. You probably don't know what a gambit is because you've never done one.
I've never taken one, but I know what they are.
I've never done one either. One time I tried and I drew. I'm like, I don't know if I'm doing this right, but I drew Presida's planned. I'm like, well, fuck. I'm like,
What kind of
and
gambit's
then,
that? Isn't it supposed to
well,
be? It was framed as a Hail Mary, right?
so from what I understood, if you do a gambit, you take the Presida's planned card. And again, this is me trying it one time, so I might have got it wrong. Take the proceed as planned. You pick two gambits, and then you shuffle them, and you draw one, and that's the one you do. And I tried to gambit, and I drew proceed as planned.
Which means just don't even go after your gambit. Just consider
It
this
means like,
as
yeah,
not
it's
worth
like
your time.
surprise. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
not
they've changed
the
it.
most fun. Well, I like the idea of secret missions already, much more than gambits. Oh, I'm losing so badly. Let me do this thing that I'll decide to based on opportunity and random luck to hopefully win the game.
Well, a little bit of yes, a little bit of no.
Yeah, I get
Oh,
it. The
the
gambit, I
gambit, you
mean,
mean? Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Well, you like some, like the corners one, you can definitely like set up in preparation for it, you know?
If you say so, I believe you. I know you would never lie
Is
to
it?
me.
Yeah. I didn't lie to you at all during the game today.
Yeah, not at all. Perfectly amicable. An absolute pleasure to play with. That's like code for
Uh,
that guy's being an asshole. Oh, he was an
uh,
absolute pleasure.
uh, fuck. Yeah, I had to like make sure you knew I wasn't kidding at that one point. I thought you were actually getting a little rattled.
No, I just want. Yeah, I want to be
It's
clear.
teasing you too much about your homebrew.
I know. Well, it's like call me crazy, right? I care. That's all it is. I just want to know.
What were some have you gone live? Is
Oh
this
yeah,
live?
we are on the
Oh.
live. We have 3 whole viewers. Watch out. Watch what you say. Don't
What?
be racist. I know the
I
urge is
can't.
strong, but you must resist.
I am white, so anything I say is racist.
Oh,
Um, but
you're
uh,
fucked.
what were your? Did you consider? What were your other considerations when you were making your homebrew detachment rule? What were your other ideas?
The other concept for word bearers, it was like so. I looked at 8th edition and 9th edition, right? Because those are the same considerations I felt went into the Night Lords, and I guess to a degree the Iron Warriors. The Alpha Legion detachment rule is like a total departure from the previous precedents. So
Yeah, I was stunned. I would have put solid money that we got minus one to hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have put like I was just hoping for like good strats, you know.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah,
Like
I
with the
was
previous editions in Faith and Fury. Yeah. So
pleasantly surprised.
me too. Yeah. I was of the save mindset. I was like, yeah, they're gonna get Raven Guard, but metallic blue. I was pretty pumped to see something a bit more creative. At least, you know, a chance at something different.
Mm-hmm.
As for your question, I was considering. Well, I knew it was I wanted something leadership based because that's kind of the previous precedent. But in ninth edition, like Word Bearers had a pretty aggressive rule. I don't know if you were able to recall it, but it was something like reroll morale tests and reroll all hits if you charged, were charged, or heroically intervened.
Yes,
Yeah.
I recall.
So it made them like a very like aggro, like melee punch up kind of army. But I feel that kind of role is being fulfilled by a bunch of other detachments already, right? Like Raiders, Slaves to Darkness are also like very aggro-y. Even the Veterans is kind of aggro-y. So it seemed more interesting to me to, you know, if I'm going to take a stab at a homebrew Word Bearers rule set, to go with a what niche isn't really being filled all that well. I mean, I guess there's less existing attachments in the codex that are defensive, because really only Iron Warriors comes to mind, right?
That its primary gig is defensive, yeah.
Yeah, and that was a feature of, I think, the 9th edition detachment rule or chapter tactic, whatever. Yeah, it wasn't morale tests in 9th edition. It was reroll hits, first turn of shooting, fighting, or if you're charged, were charged, or heroically intervene, and I think it was a feel no pain against mortal wounds to represent
Sounds
their
right.
like holy fervor or whatever.
Sounds right.
Yeah. So I kind of liked that angle, but when I was looking at, okay, so give him a detachment rule that's like a feel no pain against mortal wounds. I just don't know how applicable that is if without the reroll all hits and fighting. And I didn't want to make a homebrew detachment that is trying to supersede an existing detachment. You know what I mean? I think you lose some tasteful points. Ideally, a tasteful homebrew detachment would slide right in, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got you.
So that's kind of what informed the decision to land on a feel no pain. But I think you can do some interesting things. I'm not. I think there might be one more iteration or so before I make a proper demo or bat rep or something.
Yeah.
What up, Tramari? I see you in chat. Yeah, the Begone Thought energy is certainly in place with this kit bashed Balefire Tome guy. Yeah, Begone Thought. Yeah, that's very funny. Definitely that kind of energy. I can't remember why his hand is pointing downward. I think I had an idea at some point. It's like, oh, if it's downward, I can use this bit, and I think I damaged the part or something, and then it's now he's just pointing downwards instead of forwards.
How will your men know which way to run?
Well, they'll follow the Well, they'll make a dark pact, and then they'll know what to do. That's how it goes for word bearers, right? You say your prayers, and you get your answers. At least I think that's right. Yeah, we don't have, or I don't have the Discord overlay in OBS because we're in a server, a friend group server. Kind of an impromptu stream. So if anyone drops in, I'm sure it'll be interesting. Surprise! I'm gonna shake this up real quick.
Well, while he's gone, let's say a whole bunch of bad things about him.
I was on mute, you bastard, and I heard everything.
I meant every word.
Of course. Of course you did.
So while you were playing like a thematic, list today, would you consider like changes to make it play the game better?
You mean my list or the attachment?
Your list.
Oh, well, yeah, I could definitely use some deep strikers or something in reserve, right?
Yeah.
Like I said before the codex, I was using Accursed Cultist as my, hey, look, I'll just cheekily rapid ingress these guys in. And, they...
Yeah.
I think they definitely did work in my game against Christopher, but... now that they scout, I don't want to really put them away into reserves,
Yeah, I agree. They're better on the board.
So I gotta find something else to put in there. But off the top of my head, that would be something, right? If you're playing in a serious setting where legends aren't allowed, dropping the Spartan frees up a bunch of points. So
how much is that big bitch?
Probably not as expensive as it should be. They updated it and gave it assault ramps. Remember, in the beginning of the edition, it had that stupid Razorback rule.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, so at some point, I'm not sure when, they changed the data sheet. Because I remember being annoyed that the Spartan did not have assault ramps when it actually has assault ramps.
No, we had a good laugh about that stupid rule. Interesting.
Yeah, so I kind of, I know it's not like we're playing online and they see the analytics, but my moral intuitions tell me to like, oh, I should use a Spartan because it was changed in a way that I wanted, right?
They were eavesdropping on your calls and they heard and they
I wasn't
responded.
streaming those calls, so it must be a...
Oh no, they just bought stock in Google and they just listened to your calls.
Okay, that I believe.
Yeah. It's like my girlfriend has started saying engagement ring a lot so that I get ads.
Smart. Alright, I think that book is adequate. Just give it a wash and it'll be good to go. Give it a dirty wash. It's gotta be an old book. You don't have new books of chaos. They're all old.
They shop at the used bookstore.
So what is left on these dudes? Guess you can brighten up the weapon casings a bit. Some of them need washes. So he needs a wash. What's going on here? This guy's so fucking dirty. Yeah, this guy's looking fresh.
I took the head from one of the Psychers in the Blackstone Fortress box set, and I put it on this guardsman.
Like one of the big brain psychers?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's funny.
yeah, yeah. And I stole his hands and his little wand, so he looks
His
like
wand.
yeah, he looks like a fucked up Harry Potter. He's like pointing his wand over here,
That's funny.
touching
That
his
is
head.
pretty funny.
Picture him with a high pitched, whiny voice, casting spells. I thought like Dark Commune too. Like I thought I could maybe do one with mini Marines. They would be like pretty close to the right size.
You could.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's funny to see these Marines as big as cultists, you know? It's not a bad, way to differentiate them. Like, whatever. Especially, like, when you're just trying out lists, like you're doing today.
Yeah.
Definitely made it distinct in the unit.
Yeah, like for what we did today, I wanted you to know exactly where they were, you know?
Totally. And I did.
I think there's going to be other armies that just dunk them.
The Alpha Legion, or you mean the Dark Commune? Or...
The Dark Commune.
What do you mean by that? This is very cryptic. It's a very cryptic thing to say.
Just like I think. So, like when I played Brandon. Oh, that's a terrible color. I don't like that. It's way too light.
That is racist. All colors are equal, okay?
Played Brandon the other day in like those flamer crisis suits, just like peace, see ya, bye squad.
Yeah, okay, I can see that.
So I killed the whole squad except for the commander, and the commander overwatched and he dunked 5 warp talons, no problem. Like didn't even break a sweat.
Makes sense from a commander.
One dude, he had like 5 flamers on him.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Bullshit.
That's
bullshit.
the Tau for you. They don't follow our sensible rules, the human rules. They follow their own rules, and I like that they are that way. Helps the alien factions feel that much more alien, right? When your rules philosophy also deviates.
Yeah, you don't want everything the same.
Yeah, I think it feels bad if all the Xenos races just go play Horus Heresy. Do you know what I mean? Like the alien races should feel different. I mean, I get it. It makes it harder to balance or whatever, but that's your job. You know what? I want something interesting rather than something that's like balanced. Is that too bold? Is that too bold of a thing to say?
No, I want. I don't like when that's why I don't like when everything gets 3-inch deep strike and you get that in just like a different form. Like I liked the uniqueness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I agree. You tried out your Deceptors list, and I was like, oh, this feels very different.
Yeah, we'll see where it lands. You know.
Well, I think it's good, even if it's not strong, or whatever the strongest, let's say. I like that the kit they gave you allows you to offer a different gameplay experience to me than if I play someone who's playing Slaves of Darkness or Iron Warriors. Maybe that's a better example.
Yeah. So I like it, and I'm gonna be, stubborn on making it work. But I might not be a good enough player to make it work in a competitive sense.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, that's possible. But maybe if it's not a
It's
popular thing, maybe it'll just catch people. You know.
it's definitely it feels like a high floor right
Yeah,
now.
I agree. I felt that even as your opponent. I'm like, oh, there's a lot that can be maximized here. Hard to wield, you know?
Yeah. And you saw like small mistakes end up in tight games, right?
Yeah, yeah. Certainly.
Losing that 10-man squad for free because I was setting it up so like you came over to that objective and then I was gonna go knock you off it again, right? And then
Yeah,
you ended up scoring like 18 points off that objective.
that is true. Yeah. When you put it that way, it's very impactful. What would the alternative have been? You would just not put those guys so close to the wall or whatever, or you keep them back a few inches.
Yep,
That's all it would
keep
take,
them
right?
back. Yeah, definitely keep them off the wall so that you had to come around. That's probably it.
Gotcha.
But but I like mistakes are good reminders, right?
Oh, they're the best. They're the best reminders. Speaking from experience.
That's why you,
You,
that's why like I'm
yeah.
sure theoretically you would have like let me move them had I asked, but I just would rather
Hmm.
would rather own it.
Yep. It's you kind of want a scar, you know,
Yeah,
so to
yeah,
speak. Now you remember. Never again.
yeah. And it's not that hard, right? Like if I put these here, like who's in threat range kind of thing.
Hmm.
Well, I've got these guys could hop out. Oh shit, yeah, you do. I just didn't take the time to ask the question, you know?
Yeah. Well, I think you were just dealing with the first trial run with that attachment, and then you went first. So then all that infiltrating, like all that front loading you do now comes into effect, and then there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
So I get it.
My poor, my poor little brain.
You're too harsh on yourself.
Poor tiny little brain. Had to do all the thinking.
That's the freedom of like orc players, you know. Well, I don't
Well,
want to say
honestly,
that
that
about orc players, but you know what I mean. Like if you're, I think
they're all
everyone,
idiots.
I think everyone knows what I'm kind of referring to here, right? There's a kind of Warhammer player who just like embraces the freedom of not trying to be tactical, and they just have a less taxing mentally, right? Less taxing experience on the tabletop. And there's
Yeah.
certainly something to that, right?
Yeah, I mean, just like you get good at target priority, and that's where your games are won and lost. Yep. Small brains.
Small brains with big fun. That's my point. I think you have more fun. This is
You
my
start blasting.
theory. Yeah, just it's like the what's like the meme that people always say. Oh, I'm just beer and pretzels. I don't care, right? Um, I think it's a meme for a
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah. If I go back to that Mike Mudd Memorial tournament next year, like especially because the terrain was so all over the place, I'm just gonna bring like
A set.
the most the most egregious gun line I can
Oh,
think of.
you're such an ass. I was gonna say, oh, I'll join you next time. Like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to go with this guy. The most egregious gun line. Just so you line them up with no terrain. Blast.
Yeah.
How rude.
Take all the legends, cheesy, old broken stuff, and just have a good time
Yep.
at everyone else's expense.
Yeah, just play it all innocent.
Though that is a Highlander tournament, so that's very,
Well, that makes it harder to spam a gun line then.
yeah, that's very true.
Oh boy. Printin' trim. Paintin' the trim.
Actually, Aaron just ordered, I just saw there, he's ordering the objective markers. I'm going to ask him if he knows if they're cardboard or not.
Do it. Do it. He'll be our source of intel. I like that you're gathering info. Like a true son of Alfarius. A true scion of the Alpha Legion. Do you hear these compliments I'm paying you? It's rude to ignore them.
Backhanded compliments. I don't trust you.
What's up? I am Alfarius. How's it going? Oh my god, it seems you know something about my army even I did not know. It's almost like spontaneous combustion. Like at any point, any Chaos Legionary can just become Alfarius.
That's the, are you talking about the upgrade? The enhancement?
Well, I was just poking fun at this guy, and not poking fun, but playing off of what a chatter said. His name is I am Alfarius, and he was.
What a poser! Isn't he? I'm Alfarius.
Yeah, classic Alpha Legion players. Both of you guys are the same. You're gonna have to fight to find out who's the real Alfarius.
That's not how it's settled.
Is it mud wrestling? How do you settle it? How do you settle it?
Aaron doesn't know.
Well, I guess he'll be the guinea pig.
I'm not paying $32 for cardboard.
Nope. And I feel like it might be that same stuff those mats that come in those starter sets are made out of.
I think you're right.
No, GW already got more money out of me this week than I would have liked with those dice. God, that's my sick addiction.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah. See those dice? Like, oh, fucking shiny. My monkey brain just sees all of those shiny dice that would match my army. Oh boy. Those bastards.
Yo, real men's dice match their army.
I agree. Totally not biased. I agree. Oh, lightning effects. Hey, Alfarius. I see your question in chat. Lightning effects are They're freehanding, right? That's basically what it is. Erratic freehanding. So it can be tricky. There's probably some tricks you can do with an airbrush to make it a bit easier. If
Yeah, I've
that's a
seen
tool you have.
people like very fine little bursts to
Yeah.
emphasize certain parts of the lightning.
Yeah, like the intersections where they join is usually brighter. I've
Yeah.
painted some lightning effects on some of my Tyranid bone swords, but I have not done a tutorial. Though I think on Reddit someone was asking me how I did it, and I think I it's such a vague quest to send you on. I don't even know if it's true. I can't remember. I have a memory that I answered this question. Is my point. How did you do those lightning effects? And I think I spelt it out for that guy who's asking.
So
But
just go find that random Reddit. It was
yeah,
from, one day to 3 years ago, and
yeah, it's and then maybe that's the best part. The best part is that it's a maybe. The answer's there, if you believe. It's freehanding, so it's tough. No worries, Alpharius. Yeah, you don't need the airbrush for lighting effects. The stuff I did on Gengar, on the High Fleet Gengar Bone Swords, was free-handed lightning. I used a bit of glazing to try and simulate what people do with airbrushes. Add a bit of tint, some intensity here and there. So it's doable, but it's freehanding. So just one of those things. It's one of those things you gotta kind of look. I haven't done a tutorial, but I'm sure they exist. Surely some YouTuber has done lightning, how to freehand lightning on Night Lords or Power Swords. Yeah, I haven't looked to see if it exists, but I'm just assuming it's out there.
you know exactly where it is. You're just not an ambassador of the community. It's not on your channel. It doesn't exist.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to provide links to videos that aren't mine. That's all it really is.
I knew it. I knew it, you bastard.
I swear, I don't know about lightning tutorials, man.
I used to watch a lot of the old mini wargaming ones because they were really quick and dirty. The ones that Chris did.
Oh, that was awesome.
Like
Oh, I fucked this
quick
up.
tips.
Yeah.
Just because it was like not this 14-minute video. It was just like really quick and dirty and met my level of paint skill.
It's like this airbrush metallic almost flows too well. Fucked up my icon. I'm pissed right now, man. I'm so pissed.
I'm not watching your
Fuck.
stream.
You don't have to. That's why I'm telling you this. Gotta tell somebody. I'm gonna go crazy just fucking out my work.
How bad did you fuck it up?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, that's real bad.
It's not that bad, but it's annoying. It's the one
I'm gonna
time
have to
I'm
load
like,
up this stream.
it's the one
Pile
situation
on. Oh, I
where
just loaded the stream. It looks so bad.
it's the
Oh, you're
one
so-
situation where I wish I had GW metallics that flow like shit.
Yeah.
Because this Vallejo airbrush metallics, which I really like because it flows easy for good coverage, is just going into these channels that I've already
Yeah.
painted, and it's annoying.
Gotcha. I gotcha. I understand.
I knew you would get it. Just took a few tries. little chaos icon. I think that sounds looking adequate enough. Jeez, that's bothering me now. Those metallic flecks. You probably can't notice it. Whatever.
Oh, I can see it clear as day.
Don't say that. You're lying. You're lying. This fucking guy.
Oh, I got your stream
Who
loaded.
needs
It looks
enemies
terrible.
when you have friends like this? All the results are pink lightning. Who needs pink lightning? Why would you pink lightning?
Oh, yeah, look at that fuck up. Oh my. Yep, loaded the stream. Here, I'll give it a like while I'm there. There you go.
Thanks. Thanks for liking the fuck up. It's the least you could do.
What are friends for?
Yeah. Yeah, look, I'll fix this error.
Right.
It's time to focus on these eye lenses. Man, this word bearer head you printed for me, looking pretty sick.
Which one is it? Oh yeah.
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 These little devil horns in the front, pretty cool.
Yeah, I like it.
Pretty
It's a good
cool.
choice.
Yeah, those heads they made for the Heresy, when Heresy 2.0 came out, are all, I think for the most part, all bangers.
Good.
Except for that Space
Yeah.
Wolves one, where it's just
Oh yeah.
dog heads.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Except for
They definitely drew the short straw. Feels bad,
piece
man.
of shit Space Wolves. Well, whatever. Fuck Space Wolves players.
What if you're a Space Wolves player, though?
They were my first army.
Oh no! The truth comes out. There it is. This guy, my first army. What's worse than Ultramarines being your first army? Space Wolves being your first army. I kid. Look, it's easy to poke fun at Space Wolves, but there's stuff to like about them. It's just easy and fun to make fun of them.
I do not like the color of this guy's cloak.
What color is it? You should make it technical.
Yeah. It's okay, Joseph. Vallejo Express Viking Gray, but it came out like Viking Blue. Not no likey. All right, I'll be back in 1 sec.
Yeah, no worries.
I'm gonna grab a drink.
Oops, I realized I was painting all that off frame. I also think I'm making this too bright. These weapon casings for these word bearers are supposed to be light gray. Not quite white like the Iron Hands, but I thought the light gray weapon casings was pretty nifty looking.
Alright, BRB.
Yeah, no worries. I thought he already left. Full disclosure, I was really just talking to chat. So, chat, what are you all working on? What's the gang up to this Sunday evening? This guy looks all right. You know what? He could use a little wash on his belt straps, though. Some Night Lord Legionaries. Nice. Oh, Z10 AX. You get it. 30k Space Wolves definitely feel a bit less memey. Nice P-Turbo. Oh, it's hard not to just see Perturabo. I guess that's the point of the username there. But you're working on a Iron Warriors Predator, starting a World Eaters Mauler Fiend. Oh, much chaos in the chat today. Quite a lot of chaos. Yeah, I took the Word Bearers House Rule Detachment for a spin today against Army. And it was pretty good. Learning some things that need refining, so it was productive. But the good news is it's another test to confirm that it doesn't feel in poor taste. It doesn't feel like an outlier of like busted, broken, overpowered stuff.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Are you defending your bullshit rules?
How dare you, first of all? First of all, how dare you? Second of all, it sounds like you went to go get drunk. Coming back like that.
Mandarin orange sparkling water. I'm wasty.
Yep.
Where am I?
Who am I?
Alright. Just printed some 25mm slider trays to organize these cultists.
Ooh, nice.
They only come in 10s, unfortunately.
That's like the depth or the length, I guess.
How many they'll hold, yeah. It was either 5 or 10.
Oh,
so.
yeah,
Well,
10 makes sense.
10's okay. I can't wait for that thing to show up. Like counting out cultists and separating them in squads today, I was like, oh my god, this is taking forever.
Yeah, the magnet transport's way better for that.
Yeah.
Way better for that sort of thing. Well, these Legionnaires are coming along, you know. It's soon we'll be ready for the decal stage.
Decals.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes, you know, I don't want to freehand everything. Sometimes I enjoy a decal.
I enjoy them. I definitely, and like they had so much, I just definitely procrastinate on them. When I do them, do like a huge batch of them. All right, where are the 20 guys I didn't put any on? All right,
Yeah.
fuck, here we go.
Yeah, that sounds like the right way to go about it. It's very much it's like a machine kind of process, right? You're not.
Well, if I'm gonna go to the effort, I'm like, oh, let's just get them all done.
It's almost like you'd want to stamp and press. Just send them down the assembly line, you know?
Yeah.
Well, looking at your question, I am Alfarius. It seems that you were suggesting we are all Alfarius, and maybe that's true to an extent. It's a little bit of Alfarius in everybody. Everyone has the capacity to be a jerk.
Hi, Karma.
Hazardous still slays the whole model, right? It's not mortal wounds anymore.
It depends. Vehicle or character takes 3 mortals.
Right, right.
Everything else, you did.
Yep. Yep.
Which is good.
Yep. I think so. I think so.
Especially for the guy who modeled plasma pistols before they were cool.
Are you talking about me? Thanks, man.
I am talking
Oh,
about you.
okay. I thought you were. I wasn't sure.
It was not me. Fuck that.
Well, they were just like an expensive weapon that would kill you constantly.
Yeah.
It just wasn't worth it before. But now, if you're paying the points, yeah, you might as well shoot a AP3 or AP2, right? I can't remember what a plasma pistol is.
AP3 overcharged.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Huge double standards. Dog comes in. I'm like, oh, hello, dog. Cat comes in. Spray her with a water bottle.
How rude.
Oh, I caught her on my, caught her up on my desk one day when I left the door open. Just like, batting shit around.
Oh.
You
Take back everything I
bastard.
said. Yeah. No, you made the right call.
But she's not a smart cat. Like, I've been trying to train her not to come in here for 2 months, and she's still, like, every opportunity. She's like, oh, look at this room. She just loves to do stuff she's not supposed to.
Classic.
See?
Classic attention-seeking behavior. That's what that is.
Yeah. Yeah, and her mama's gone for way too long. She's gonna want all my attention.
Well, you know what you have to do. Tell her sucks to suck, and then deal with it.
Alright, so I did their little armor pieces of the guardsman teal, and the rest of them's gray and leather. Well, I don't know what color to do the main dude's coat. Definitely not this blue. It looks like poo-poo. Either maybe just a leather.
Yeah, like what kind of coat is it? Like an overcoat or? Oh,
Yeah,
it's the
like
prime
a
or whatever,
sergeant's.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
leader
the
of the unit.
sergeant's flasher coat, like a big one.
Yeah, you could just do a leather coat, I guess. You want something neutral to not muck with the scheme.
Yeah,
Like
we're
brown
just gonna
is
go.
inoffensive.
We're going leather. I'm gonna go right over the blue I had on there. Oops, this is gray. Do I want it gray? No, I don't want it gray.
Gray coat. That sounds pretty cool. I'm a big fan of the gray colors.
Yeah, well, I'll do gray, but I'll leave the blue, so there might be like a little tiny hint of blue undertone.
Now you sound like an artist.
Well, it's mostly I'm too lazy to prime it again.
Nice. Oh, that's a nice undertone. Yeah, I want to start framing everything I do that way too.
Yeah, I'm somewhat grudgingly using these models, like at least
Like, yeah, I don't really care for an even coat. I kind of want this primer undertone to show through.
Yeah, I did it on purpose.
Yeah, that was a nice undertone.
It's like somebody describing a wine bottle.
A real connoisseur. I got you.
Yeah. What do you need, Kerms? Can you keep the cat out of here? Can that be your job? Just gonna let the dog outside. I think
Yep.
she wants out.
Do your thing.
I'm leaving the headset on. Just might. I don't know how far the range is.
Gotcha. So if he mysteriously drops off, he wasn't murdered. Now we know. Now I know.
Just gotta check the backyard for rabbits.
Is it rabbit season?
Oh my goodness. I've seen rabbits everywhere. They must have had a good breeding season.
Do you have to paint the underside of an axe if no one's gonna see it?
I don't, but you definitely need to.
Yeah, probably right. When you're right, you're right.
It will bother you. I know you, sir. You're easily bothered by such things.
Well, there's just so many people in our play group who will pick up your models and check underneath if they've been painted.
Yeah, exactly.
It like never happens. Ever. Never happens in life. It's like one out of like 50 or like, not maybe not 50, like 20 people will be like, oh, can I take a look at this? And they want to like pick it up and, look up close for like off the table, hold it in their own hands. Most people don't care that much.
No,
They just
if
think,
it looks
that's my
nice.
job, that's
Yeah. Yeah. Now let me stomp you.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right. While that dries, I'm gonna start warp talon trim. Oh, fuck my life.
Yes, yes, join me in the painting of trim.
Chaos, man. Chaos in the trim.
That's the real reason why Chaos is so bitter over the Imperium. It's because they have trim. It's such a raw deal.
They should have less trim, like, Fuck, in this metallic paint. Oh god, it's not gonna cover the color shift in one coat.
The color shift have a... Like, I imagine it's a very smooth surface. This paint just run all over the place, over top.
Yeah.
Yeah, that can be a bit
Yeah.
troubling.
It does.
So, this axe looks all right. It's like there's so many little details, like on Chaos Space Marines, like these tubes that are just randomly on their legs. I guess the Loyalists have that too, but it's like, you're picking up a model for like the 20th time, and you're like, geez, I missed that this whole time. That one tube.
Yeah. You could be like Darren, you could just cut it off.
He's
Were you there
too much of a
when
savage.
he was talking about his blue or his pink cores? I can't remember. He's like, yeah, they had 5 arms each, so I just, I cut off a couple and all of them. Saved me a lot of time.
Yeah, I was there for that. And it hurt me. It hurt me to hear. The thing is, he paints so nicely, you wouldn't know that I was damaged. You know what I mean? Like,
It's hilarious to me how nicely he paints just to treat his models like shit after.
Oh yeah, that's the real flex. You're absolutely correct. He's a weird guy that way.
He's a savage.
Yeah, he takes so much time to paint so nicely, only to like leave it out in the garage for like 5 summers to get covered in dust and spiders.
And he does generally, like, I don't know if he still does. He used to like do like a clear coat the shit out of them, like, so they had many protective layers. But I don't know if he still does that.
Maybe it's a power thing, you know? It's just how he flexes on people.
Could be.
He's too nice. It's like the world's most nicest human. Hosts everyone to come out and play and then doesn't play.
I think he wanted to play today.
I
Felt
think
bad
he,
for him.
yeah, I think he did.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to like take these warp talons in stride, or else I'm gonna hate my life. I think I'll start with the claws on all of them, because just like getting the claws done helps them look more tabletop ready.
Mm-hmm. Well, they are, the claws are so large on them, right? It'll really break up the aesthetic glance.
The blow.
The at a glance kind of effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a smart move.
You've always said I'm your smartest friend.
I can neither confirm nor deny such comments.
Actually, I heard you telling over. I overheard you today saying that I think Army's the smartest man in North America. I was flattered, by the way. Thank
Well,
you. I think you're right. I think you're right, but
yeah, I mean, you know what? My true feelings have been exposed. Now everybody knows how I feel about you. You have me?
genius. Genius slash Warhammer god.
Well, I definitely think you're a good player, okay? Put it that way.
And
You get that much from me. You are hip to the Warhammer.
hippity hop.
Where is my new favorite gold? Green Stuff Worlds Metal Color Shiny Gold. It is very shiny.
I don't. No. I have a color shift metal holographic. Don't have that one though. Oh, doggo wants in.
Does she have a rabbit in her mouth?
As long as she didn't get sprayed by a skunk, we're all good.
How often does that happen?
It's happened once.
What was the remedy?
Oh, me getting clawed to death as I tried to put her in a shower and soap her with like, I think they recommend like dish soap. It was years ago. Dish soap and like baking powder, and yeah, had to throw out dog beds. She stunk for a long time.
Sucks.
Oh, it was awful. Though she's smart enough that if she got sprayed once, I don't think she would knowingly like go after another one. So
Nice.
she might not. But then again, she does like to kill things.
Yeah, those instincts, right?
Yeah. But it got her in the face. It was
Oh.
awful. So like I just had the outside door open. It was like a cool evening, and she came sprinting in. I was in the basement. She came sprinting in, frantically rubbing her face.
Like on the carpet.
Oh, yeah, well, it
Or
was on her dog bed.
fair
Yeah, but
enough.
like
That's so,
anywhere she
anything.
could.
That's so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel so bad to laugh, but
Oh, I
it's one of
know.
those like adorably like funny but sad. I don't know.
Oh, she.
I feel many things.
Yeah, no, it was like, yeah,
Like you
yeah,
poor
no, I get
creature,
it.
you know.
Yeah, it's all good now, but at the time it was like, oh fuck, and then what? Then the smell hits you, and you're like, oh no.
Get out of here. Do you know they're making a Mufasa movie? Do you know about this? It's a Mufasa
I
prequel to The Lion King.
Interesting.
Very, very
I don't know how.
interesting development.
Interesting. I don't think that's not the worst movie idea I've heard in a while.
Oh, there's worse. You could get worse for sure.
There was
Definitely
rumors.
could.
Now it was a spiky bit rumor, so I mean, take it for what it's worth.
Hmm.
But I clicked on it. There's rumors that like Cavill might be off the Warhammer project.
I've heard such rumors too. After the female Custodia stuff, I was hearing those rumors.
Yeah,
That was such like a spicy topic. I was like hesitant to believe any of it. You know what I mean?
yeah. I don't know. Like I don't know Henry Cavill, but just from like a pure publicity point of view, I doubt he'd get on that train.
Well, yeah. Oh,
Hen-
it.
Henry Cavill, anti-trans, like that doesn't bode well for his, anything really. Even if that's your opinion, you just kind of keep it to yourself,
Well,
right?
yeah. I don't think they'd be framed as such, right? I think it would. It's weird too because if you're contractually obligated, maybe you can't leave the
Well, there's
project even if you want to, right?
so the article I read said that, like creative differences and also scheduling differences, other commitments.
Mm. But this is all
So
unconfirmed leak stuff, right?
yeah, it's all unconfirmed.
Rumors or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why I think we talked about it way back when. You don't get excited about these things until it's coming out. Like there's so much that happens in movie productions. All that really happened is they, you know, sold the license. Is really all that happened.
Now it's possible, but a lot of things have to align still.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
even in, like even when it's filmed, like doesn't mean it's coming out. Like there's been
The,
times like companies film whole things and then bin them.
hmm And you could even go so far as to say it could come out and just be shit. So right, so
Oh yeah.
it's just one of these. It's just interesting to talk about and follow. I think, which is why
Yeah.
people do.
Well, I mean, people got so like ridiculously excited about
Oh
it.
yeah,
It's
with
like,
this YouTube people crying about it. Oh, Henry Cavill's gonna
oh,
be in a Warhammer property. Tears of joy, right? And I just like, not trying to be mean, but I just kind of like roll my eyes, like, okay. I
yeah,
feel
pump
like
the
this is
brakes.
attention seeking. I can't help but feel that way. Sorry,
Yeah.
but regardless, like
Oh
Henry
yeah.
Cavill has so much goodwill with fans, right? So it would really hurt
Yeah.
a project if he drops for creative differences. That really like that
That would
hurts my
not be a good
confidence.
sign.
Yeah.
That would not be a good sign.
So like I wonder. We'll have to wait and see. I have to wait
Yeah.
and see on that one.
Probably quite a while. You didn't like Rings of Power, did you?
I didn't like. So I'll be honest with you. I didn't like what I've seen and heard about it from reviewers I sort of value. You put it that way. So I haven't given it a proper like. Let me just look at this with my own eyes and give it a full good faith chance, right? So I don't
Oh,
want to.
you didn't watch any episodes?
No,
Oh, interesting.
it came out at a time where I was like really annoyed by like basically everything thus far from like Disney, Marvel, and other streaming. Like it was like a glut. There was like a glut of
Yeah,
like, or not a glut. There was like a, what's the opposite of a glut? There was like many disappointments, for lack of a better way to put it. And
gotcha.
I was like, ah, and then from all the people I like trust, who were also disappointed in those other things, they were kind of disappointed with Rings of Power. So I was like, I'm not gonna watch it.
Gotcha.
So I don't want to be too harsh against it because I don't want to
You haven't
be,
watched it.
yeah, I don't want to be critical of something I haven't watched myself, right?
Yeah.
Unless I've watched something really like comprehensive, like a episode by episode analysis, and then at that point it feels like I might as well have watched it, right? But if it's just
Yeah.
someone's 15-minute review or they're just talking about it on a podcast, I don't want to proclaim this is bad, or I mean,
Yeah, no,
uh,
you always need to make your own opinion.
yeah. And you can still like something even if it's not like whatever, like
Oh yeah. Oh,
great.
I like it. I think, end all be all best show ever, but I liked it. It's Lord of the Rings. I don't think it, did any damage to anything, but,
Nice.
to my knowledge, it didn't change any of the
I can't even recall like the
backstory.
what people were annoyed with or whatever.
A lot of people were hating on the color of the elves' skin, but like that's really stupid, in my opinion. Some of the elves were black, and I like elves aren't black. Okay, no, they aren't, but books were also written in, the early 1900s by white men. So like that really doesn't like just that's just neither here nor there for me.
Yeah, that's not why the show is bad. That can be like a preferential critique. Like
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
per,
no, like I get
I
it. Like
understand their point.
and I get it because the elves are all fair skinned, described as fair skinned in the book. I get it,
Hmm.
but that doesn't really. I don't know. It doesn't bother me. Like,
Yeah, that's what I think. It's a personal taste kind of thing. I don't think it.
yeah,
I think if all things were perfect, if you have like black elves, the show's not going to be bad because of it. You know what I mean? It's just
yeah.
a preferential thing. I
I don't.
I kind of
Yeah,
I
I don't know.
kind of
It's
align.
definitely like
Hmm.
it's definitely like I don't know, like it's definitely like honestly it's probably just like definitely like part of the woke movement kind of thing. Like
I think
it's
so.
a little bit
Well,
it's a little bit like retconning female custodes, but I don't care enough. Like same with female custodes, right? Like I think it's unnecessary, but it doesn't. It's not my line in the sand.
yeah, I kind of yeah, that makes sense with me.
Unnecessary.
Unnecessary and not in the greatest taste, but it's
Yeah,
not like if all things were good, I don't think it's now ruined in the case of
yeah,
Lord of the Rings, right? It's just one of the, I think it comes down to this idea like medieval European fantasy and then by inserting things counter to that setting, it takes you out of it.
yeah,
I think that's the I don't know, the steel man of that argument, I think.
yeah. It makes
Um,
sense.
but it's it'll bother some people more than others for sure, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if I was in charge, I wouldn't have done it. Um, I'm all for, you know me, I'm all for inclusivity, but like
Hmm.
it's just, some things are the way they are. Like,
Yeah, I feel ya. My line in the sand in Warhammer is definitely the female space marines more than female custodians. Personally, I think that's more.
it's it's just fucking unnecessary.
Yeah, well, you know. But yeah, hopefully it doesn't come to that. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how things proceed going forward, because GW has like, it's almost like they've stuck their head in the sand around that whole topic.
Yeah, they were very pouty about the backlash. But it really just, I just don't really give a shit.
Well, because like, surprise, surprise, it actually is like not of importance, right? It's funny how
No,
how it works out.
our little made up,
It's like,
our little made up toy soldier game, you know, like. But yeah, it's just not necessary. Anyways, that's all I'm gonna say about that.
fair enough, fair enough.
All right, one warp talon trim done. One.
Yeah, that's a big achievement. You should reward yourself.
Thank you. I'm getting a beer.
You deserve it. One for each warp talon.
Let's see. That took like 20 minutes or more for one.
Don't tell people. It's embarrassing.
So many of them. That's why I was like, for the sake of competitive play, especially because they might get nerfed, I'm like, I'm not going all in on this. I'll use my Black Legion ones. Just don't care.
I appreciate your effort. Listen.
But I only had 5 like kit bashed ones, so I'm like, I do want some.
Hold on real quick. What's up, Donzilla? I see you in chat. Thanks for tuning into the stream. I'm glad to hear your cultists are progressing. Gotta give Donzilla some attention. He's a channel member. He's a good guy, that Donzilla.
Cultist mob?
Yeah, he's working on a cultist mob.
Oh. Yeah, they're a necessary evil.
Well, they don't have trim. Well, maybe they have a little bit of trim now.
I don't know. I don't have any of the new ones. And I
but
do not.
Your army is illegal. You have to have only the GW official models. I don't know if you knew this.
They are GW official. They're just old.
Are they on the right base size?
Yes, they are. They didn't change the
I'm
base.
just like, trying every angle to try and get you. Base size, official models. Jeez.
Yeah, honestly, I'm definitely fucking boycotting that base size for this Dark Commune.
I couldn't fucking believe it. Yo, listen to this, chat. This is a part 2 for the concurrent viewers, or the consistent viewers rather of these streams. So last time, I'm pretty sure it was on stream. Army and I were talking.
Yeah.
We are just joking around. But are the cultist, the Dark Commune cultist bodyguards, are they on 28 millimeters or 25? And we were just ribbing, basically, just joking around that there's no way they'd be different.
28.5.
Oh, is that what
I said?
Did I misspeak?
Because the new scout size is 28.5.
Mm-hmm. And all the Eldar, like the weaker but more elite kind of units, are on these 28.5s, which is like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Standardized, right?
Yeah, you think.
Yeah. Surely.
But then, lo and behold, you went ahead and checked the base size of these guys, these Dark Commune bodyguards.
In the so the Psyker, the standard bearer, and the other dude are on 32s, and the 2 sword dudes are on flat 28s. Motherfucker.
Yeah, that's a huge piss off. It's so annoying. Now we can look forward to the Primaris Marines that come out on 32.5 millimeters.
Oh,
and they're
someone
gonna
else
be
joined.
real cool.
Whomst joined us.
Oh, Mr. Biggleton.
Yes.
You're
Hey, Biggs. We're on a stream right now. FYI, I don't know if that's a deal
you're
breaker for you.
live.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a
You're
deal breaker
live
for you, but you're
to the
welcome to.
interweb.
You're welcome to stick
That's
around.
your call.
No, I'm happy to have you on here. You're fun. You're a fun guy.
Just a
And
Okay.
heads up.
I just
We know how you always say inappropriate things.
Yes, I will. I will try not to tonight then.
no worries. Cool.
Let's
Yeah,
bring up history.
It was impromptu. Bring up personal history and social insurance numbers. We just always talk about that.
So what's the topic du jour tonight?
I don't know. We're just kind of hanging out and hobbying, man. Just kind of
Are
chilling.
are you not getting the Sisters Codex?
Yeah, I will be grabbing that as well.
It's in the same pre-order.
No, I thought I saw it in there, and I added it on there after the fact.
Oh, did you? Okay. I was
I
not
didn't.
following that closely.
Yeah, I didn't see it. Oh, geez. Okay, that's I was just looking at some of the other people what they're purchasing as well.
Oh, what else are other people ordering? Let's see.
No,
Oh, Dan got the. Everybody's getting the cards. Dan got the Codex. I'm just getting the cards. The objective sets look nice, but I don't want to pay $35 for cardboard.
Yeah, if they're neoprene, that wouldn't be too bad.
No, if they're neoprene, I'd be very tempted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't have a mouse pad set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd your guys' game turn out in the end?
Tight game.
Pretty much a tie.
Nice.
It was 1 point.
Army won by 1 point.
Either.
Okay, that's a good game.
Well, considering I had like a 30-point lead, he really reined her in.
Yeah.
I think that's the. Well, I think you said it during our game. That's probably how the Alpha Legion are gonna play, right? You have such a strong, stymieing effect with those. What is it? 6 units that are infiltrating. Is that correct?
I can.
Oh, okay.
I can.
But still, even with what you did.
Out.
In my game.
Stella, get out.
Or sorry, when we played, it was you infiltrated 3, right?
No, I infiltrated 5.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that's on me. My bad. Yeah, it was very difficult. That was the first turn.
Really. Three squads of cultists and 2 squads of legionnaires I infiltrated. I took over.
Oh yeah, it really kind of halts you.
Yeah.
Halts you from being aggressive in the
makes it fairly easy to score a lot of those early game objectives as well.
Oh, and he was drawing Biggs.
Oh, yeah.
This guy, every turn. So we played the mission, right? With 3 secondaries instead of 2. And every round for the first 3 turns, he's like, yeah, I can do all 3 of these, no problem. And it's just like, by turn 3, he's like, it's like 85, like 20 or something. Something not that high, but.
I was discarding achievable things for CP.
Yeah,
it was just maxed.
Yeah, that's how I see them playing though. Not necessarily super killy or anything like that. Just so mobile that they're going to score objectives.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I'm going to try to harass. The Warp Talons are going to take practice though. Practice for sure.
Yeah, it really matters what you put them into because their value is in deleting and zipping off.
Yeah, hit and run.
Mm-hmm. They are a delicate scalpel. Not a delicate scalpel.
Yeah.
They hit pretty hard, but they definitely want to go into particular targets, not get bogged down, which happened more than
all
would have preferred
all of this game. Yeah. Well, I made some mistakes too. Like I'm like, okay, in my head I'm like, they're gonna go kill that unit, come off the board, and then go get that unit. And then I changed my mind. Whoops.
Yeah, it's learning. It's like you said, it was your first trial game with that list or whatever.
Yeah, and I'm not sold on 2 squads of 10, but we'll see. You got to give it more than one shot, you know?
Well, against certain armies, I think you'll need 10 to shift those tougher baselines, right? Like if you're,
Yeah,
if you're playing Custodes or
five
something, as
five
an
won't
example,
do it. Yeah.
5 won't do it. Or I'm assuming 5 won't do it.
Oh no, definitely not.
Work.
But 10, it was hard. It's hard to get all 10 of them in to fight.
Mhm.
I think the most I got in today was 6.
So were you able to use her ability at all, or?
Not today. I did against Brandon, and they were really good.
Yeah.
I went in, killed something, went back into reserves, and then rapid ingressed again the next turn. Did the same thing. So like when I get better at using them, it's very strong. I just need to get better at using them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you do have, I know you have that one stratagem in Alpha Legion to increase your efficiency when stuff is wounded, but do you have anything else just to like?
It's only, dude, that stratagem only in shooting.
Only in shooting.
Womp,
Oh.
womp, womp. Or I would be using it all the time. Yeah, it sucks. It's a good stratagem, but it's only in shooting.
It's only in
F.
shooting, and then only when units are wounded, and you only get all of it if they're below half strength. That's a lot of
Yeah,
conditions.
so 1 CP to reroll all hits if it's below starting strength. So you want to like, so I mean you could run up to a big tank, right, and throw a grenade at it, do 1 mortal, and then trigger your rerolls.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
Well, for hits only, right?
hits only, and then if you're below half strength, then you get the full hit and wound. So it's good. It's gonna be like, good against knights or something, but that's it. Really, big units.
Yeah.
It's okay, but the problem I'm running into with Alpha Legion is I like all their strats. Like they have more than one good strat. So CP is of a premium because I've got the it didn't matter against you, but I've got the 1 CP. You can't come within 12 of a unit. So when there's 25 cultists stringed out, that really messes with reserves.
Oh yeah, with all those units you have, all those MSU units.
Yeah, it just didn't come up with you because you don't believe in the reserves.
Look, I was.
You just like playing a real honest, straight up game of Warhammer.
Yeah,
I don't need those reserves.
Put all my models on the table and just walk towards
That
you.
trickery, that's not the word bearer way. We come at you chanting and praying.
Yeah, I wanted something a bit more nuts and bolts, less like. I'm still working on my speed because I'm like trying to relearn all the chaos profiles after playing Eldar for a while. So I hear you. I'd rather just keep it real simple.
I'm with you.
And as I mentioned, dude, accursed cultists were like awesome for strategic reserves. They come out of rapid ingress. They're real scary. They can easily munch up a unit of cultists or fire warriors or whatever.
Yeah.
But now
I'll have to finish up my other 10 that are like 50% done. A squad of 20 of them with
can you go up to
Dark
20?
Commune.
Oh, with the Dark Commune. Okay.
No, 25 with the Dark Commune.
Jeez. But there's
or 16.
Yeah,
sorry.
16. Cool.
Yeah, 16. Yeah. They're still not bad, right? Because they get the blood surge too. So you shoot them, and then they surge forward.
Oh yeah, I don't think they're bad at all. They're a good unit.
5 up invuln with the commune. Yeah, I don't know. Like I definitely see a world where I run 2 Dark Commune and 2 bricks of 20 cultists just for maximum fuckery. Could definitely see that happening.
Like I said, like a 20-man unit of cultists with a Dark Commune for the invuln is such a tar pit. Like, I get kind of queasy thinking about it. Like, I don't like it. just right in front of my deployment zone. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Can't move. Yeah, that play you did today with them really.
Well, and that's
mucked
the
up
that's
my
the
Rhino
game.
deployment. Yep. Oh yeah,
That's the game plan.
That's the way.
It's the only thing I don't like about it is that it's so dependent on getting first drop.
Getting first drop or first turn, just for clarity.
First drop.
Oh, okay.
Because if the other person has infiltrators, then they can limit your the effectiveness of that play, right?
That is true.
Whom's joined
Oh,
now?
it's Doc.
Hey,
Doc.
dudes.
Listen, Doc. Listen. Just a little disclaimer. I'm not trying to chase you out of here, but I'm actually streaming. This was impromptu, so
Oh,
I'm happy to have you here in the call because you're a fun
But-
guy. But you can't
you
be
might,
racist. Is my point. Okay, you gotta keep that in check. Gotta keep it in
Are you
check.
implying he's racist when he's not on call?
yeah, that's when I'm most racist. I feel like my wife's gonna say something embarrassing.
That's okay.
Can I just hang with a mute? Oh, look at this.
If you want to.
No, you have to talk.
Yeah, I did my best to try and get the game over to play you there, Darren.
Yeah,
He just wouldn't quit when I thought I actually did think he's gonna quit turn 2.
You underestimate him. He's getting more powerful. Look. Okay.
Yeah.
If we hadn't said anything, he might have.
Oh yeah, exactly. As soon as
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
he had the same face, he couldn't. That's funny.
And when we did call it, there was no reason to keep going. Like it was done.
Yeah. Obviously. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
29
real
points.
bully.
With the painted. Oh,
I did feel a little bit like there was a bully.
You
Bully
were.
game.
This guy plays the Renegade Raiders against this humble Ultramarines army
Yeah.
with a banner and everything.
What detachment did he run? Gladius?
I'm
Gladius.
positive. It's so pure, such a pure, like wholesome army.
No, if he was a real Ultramarine, he'd run the first company.
Get out of here! First
is that
company.
even a detachment? I've never even
Poser.
heard.
Poser.
First company. It's like a generic detachment for anyone who wants. It's because they released Terminators. That's why they made that detachment. They have a new.
They're not
Terminator
even
kit.
good in that though.
Well,
Yeah.
look at the Necron Destroyer detachment. You know what I mean? There's every codex is that way. There's these.
Yeah, the word bear detachment in. Oh wait,
Oh, how rude! That's a low blow, right in the nuts. That's what that is.
you got the cultist detachment. That's all you, bro.
Oh yeah, all my fucking Dark Apostles and Cult Demagogues only get enhancements, and all stratagems on none of my Legionaries or Demon Engines or vehicles.
What are the demagogue upgrades?
I think I didn't look at them. I snapped some photos from your codex, but just out of curiosity because I want to read for some toilet time. But I just noticed they were all limited to Dark Apostles and Demagogues. I don't know what they do. They're probably good. I think you probably get some
I
recursion
know.
on them, or
Probably overpowered. Probably.
I think it.
Let's look.
Yeah, probably.
Let's look at the word bear detachment.
But stop it! Stop this misinformation. It's fucking really not.
All right.
Has there been any previews for the Sisters Codex?
This week because it's on pre.
Is there this week coming up?
It's funny
I'll
that
be curious.
it's weird though, right? Because it's not on pre-order for GW. Like for GW, the pre-order is on this Saturday coming because they're doing their.
They make local stores put in their numbers early.
That's what I was just getting to.
They often use them as a measuring stick. Like, oh, are the local stores getting the frontline stores getting lots of orders, and then they allocate, right? Like if they think they can get most of the sales themselves, like that Kill Team Termination set. Apparently, like the allocations were like 2 a store or something stupid.
Yeah, it's not ideal. I did see
Mhm.
No,
that
they
the Orc and
bad pay.
Custodius Captain are now on pre-order, the box locked ones. So maybe that gives a
Oh,
bit of
yeah.
a time scale for the Jump Pack Lord. Because I know, Army, you want that model so badly.
I want the regular one. I don't know if I'll get the Chaos one, but the Terminator one, but I want the regular one.
The regular one looks pretty good. I can't lie.
What do you mean? What do you mean Terminator one?
The Terminator Lord.
There's a new Terminator Lord for Chaos.
Yeah.
I have not seen it. I'm gonna have to find one. I'll find a picture of that one.
He's in the Terminator box.
I thought that was just Chaos Lord on foot. I didn't think it was a Terminator.
Maybe I'm wrong. I thought there was one of the 3 new lords in each of the boxes.
I think you're mistaken.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
It's happened once before.
It was preordained.
Let me look here. Armies of Chaos. Chaos Space Marines. Alright. Combat Patrol. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Are the new boxes even going to be here anymore? Because they're sold out?
No, because I was trying to find a picture of the Night Lord's fucking model, and I can't. Because of the store. Because they don't have a website for their game that has, like, units that you can examine. They only have product by store. Or, sorry, models based on products that are sold, so it's kind of annoying.
Warhammer Community Articles, 40,000.
If you know the name of the box, you can probably find it on a third-party site. Or
Yeah.
even just, like, some Google images of the models in the box. You know how they do.
Yeah.
So where are you guys working on?
Oh,
Biggs, Ryan, Biggs.
I'm actually not working on anything right now. I'm just
Alright, so
chill.
there's the
blasting with
Chaos
my
Lord.
Dollar
Jump Pack
Knight.
Lord. Jump Pack Lord. Where's the... It's a Combat Patrol. Was there only 2 boxes that came out? I thought there
Yeah,
was a
there-
box with Terminator. Oh,
I think
okay,
there's a
then I'm
box
wrong.
with Terminators in it, but I don't think it's.
It's a Chaos Lord in there though.
Oh, yeah. No, it is. You're right. Yeah, it's just a Chaos Lord. Yeah, I'd take 1 or 2 of him.
It's a nice model.
Yeah.
It looks pretty cool. That's
If I
for
needed
Cloak.
anything from... I just have so many of everything else in that box.
Yeah.
Oh, that's same with the Sisters box. Like all I want is a canvas. I don't need anything else. So it's gonna be a waiting game for this Chaos Lord and the canvases.
Yeah. Well, if it's the Orcs Codex wasn't that long ago, right? So.
Cultist brand. Dark Apostle or Dam model. If every other model in the Bears unit, excluding Dark Disciples, is damned, you can reroll, advance, and charge. Dark model. Amulet of Tainted Vigor. Dark Apostle. In your command phase, you can return D3 destroyed damned models to a Bears unit. That's interesting for...
that's kind of interesting.
Can you attach a Dark Apostle to a Cursed Cultist?
I don't think so, but you can do Dark Commune.
I know you might be. There's like 4 different units he can be attached to.
Oh,
So
then maybe that's one of them. I might be going off the index or just misremembering.
Leader. A Cursed Cultist. Yes, you can.
Nice.
A Cursed Cultist chosen.
They're like his
Oh,
pets,
okay.
you know.
Yeah, well, bring him back. D3 models, so you kill the big ones first and bring them back every time, or you bring back 3 chosen. That's pretty good. Dark Apostle, Incendiary Goad. Goad.
Yeah.
Dark Apostle or Damned. While the Baron's unit is below its starting strength, add 1 to the strength of melee weapons. Equipped by all damned units, and while the unit's below half strength, add 1 to the attacks. Alright, so as you die, you get stronger. Dark Apostle or Damned only. The bearers the bearer has Scout 6 ability. So that just means you could put a Dark Apostle with a Cursed Cultist and he could Scout also.
So if you put the Dark Apostle with the Cursed Cultist, then you can put the Restore a Model thing, couldn't you?
Yeah, but then they can't Scout because he doesn't have the Scout keyword. A Cursed Cultist have a Scout move.
Yeah, but was the question about whether or not you could attach
Yes,
Dark
you
Apostle
can.
to a Cultist? To Cursed
You
Cultist?
can. Yes, you can. So that enhancement would allow them to maintain their Scout move, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Can you put two different things? Can you attach two characters? Is that the unit you can do that with?
You can attach 2 characters potentially to certain squads. Probably not a Cursed Cultist though.
But not that squad.
They changed the Master of Execution, so now he works like a champion or a lieutenant, so he can go with a Chaos Lord.
Yeah.
Which if you wanna make the commitment, it makes it a pretty spicy little unit.
Mm-hmm.
That is cool. Dude, I'm so bummed the Master of Possession lost his Feel No Pain, man.
Yeah.
Big bummer.
I don't know what they have against Possessed, but like they nerf the things that buff them and they nerf them, and I don't even know if anyone ever ran them.
Look, I'll repeat it for Biggs and
It's
Doc,
kinda-
and I guess chat. But my crackpot tinfoil hat theory is that, dude, they want to nerf the units that word bearers like because they don't want to draw attention to word bearers and their lack of a detachment. It makes sense, man. I'm just saying.
That's fun.
Listen,
What else could it be?
If-
Honestly,
if you wanna play the redheaded stepchild, you get treated like the redheaded stepchild.
dude, listen. Lorgar's a base Primarch. You don't even have a Warhammer 40,000 without Lorgar. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. You know not what you speak. And if you read his book from ADB, First Heretic, you know that Lorgar's a pretty base Primarch who actually gets to have an arc.
I have read that book, and he's still a little bitch.
I don't know if I read that book. I read the Primarch
Wait,
version.
I haven't read his Primarch book because I was just burnt by the Vulcan Primarch novel, and I was like, I'm not reading any more Primarch novels.
The Alpharius one was sick.
Was the Vulcan one bad?
Oh, it's just so disappointing, in my opinion. I think part of it was like I overhyped it probably. My expectations were probably too high, but it's just I don't know. Like you're a Salamanders fan. You're hyped on the subfaction. You read the little snippets in the 3 pages that you get in the Codex. You know, all those little short stories, and the Vulcan Primarch novel it's an expansion of that classic tale of how Vulcan finds his legion for the first time, and it's just it didn't add anything new. I found it was very disappointing, and
Bummer.
it didn't really reveal anything amazing about I really know Vulcan's character. It really makes me like him so much more than I already did. It was like, oh, this no revelations, no big takeaways. And I bought that stupidly expensive foil book and everything.
Oh no!
Yeah, dude, they only made
Wow.
2,000 copies of that shit book. I have one of them.
Of that shit book.
If it makes you feel better, the Alpha Legion one was everything you wished for.
Oh well, look, I'm happy for you because that's a good
I
vibe
think-
when your Primarch
I
gets
think-
a good showing.
At least you'll probably get a Primarch model one day.
Well, it's possible. It's possible. Dude, I'll tell you what. If Artel beats him, I'll just fucking buy that. I was very impressed
Artel-
by that Nightmare's fucking
Pretty sick.
Conrad
Yeah.
Kurz model they made. Very impressed. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it's a tough go when a different company does your stuff better and cheaper. Fuck, you gotta take note.
It's pretty cool. What were we talking about before this? I had a point to raise. I got distracted.
Shit, I don't know. Before was like what we're working on, maybe? I don't know. Like, you mean that far back?
Maybe rules? We're talking about cultist rules, or I don't know.
We did read those.
Yeah, you did read all the rules. I know you're jonesing to play your cultist horde.
Honestly, like if time and hobby and all that were not a factor, like most of the detachments interest me.
Yeah, I don't think they're bad. They're all kind of bringing something unique to the table, which is what you want from a book, right? You want different play styles from your.
I think, yeah, like I think within our play group, like any one of the detachments would be viable.
Yep. I agree. I don't think any of them are like a Tyrannid's Behemoth, or what is it called? A Crusher Stampede.
Well, that one's paying for its sins.
I hate that. I mean, I know it's like a popular turn of phrase, but like I kind of like despise it. I don't know.
But I think it honestly, like,
right?
no jokes aside, I think they do things like that on purpose to circulate their model sales.
Okay, well, that's another reason to hate GW, I guess. It's such a move that lacks integrity.
If the same style and the same models were good every edition, then we would all have them, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. You mean like you wouldn't buy other things?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's certainly ways to incentivize people to buy other things without making what was good now shit. I don't know. I am prone to my tinfoil hat theories, but I want to believe that this isn't true. 'Cause I hate that kind of idea.
Okay, it's not true.
Thank you. Now I can sleep at night. It's so lame. Like, oh, Grey Knights are paying for their sins from 6th edition, so they're shit now. Like, I feel like it's such a... I don't know, like, something I keep coming back to is this idea, like, doing right by your customers and not punishing them, because this hobby is incredibly labor-intensive and it's expensive, right? So, like, if that's true, it just really kind of grosses me out.
Especially with the current detachment system, it's not like you couldn't give more units specific abilities within a detachment, so they're potentially good in one and bad in another, so that they're not seen in every list for every detachment.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe if you want to focus around something that's a little bit unusual, you can.
That's something I would like to see more of, like restrictions within detachments. Yeah. They don't seem to be too fond of that, other than for things like Dark Angels.
At the start of the edition, I thought that's what was going to happen. Like, I'm running the jump pack detachment, so I can't take X.
Yeah, I think we were talking about it that way, and it was intriguing. I was like, liking the idea.
I wish the detachments did have restrictions. It would make it easier to balance.
Probably. Make them more interesting too, so that, and it creates like less of a situation where, you know, destroyers are best in their hypercrypt detachment instead of the destroyer detachment. Oh, like, oh, what's happening here? Or the same thing you could say about Tyranid and monsters, right? Like, you think monsters would be the best in Crusher Stampede, and that's like they're okay, you know. They're probably better in the other detachments though. Like Invasion Swarm feels pretty good for monsters. I don't know. Damn. Forgot to do this guy's sword.
I hate trim.
Oh, it gets you after a while.
Oh, these warp talons are just, they're just atrocious.
That's your penance. The price you must pay for meta chasing. You have to paint that
Yeah.
trim.
They're gonna get nerfed as soon as I finish painting them.
As soon as you paint the last trim. That
Yeah.
very moment.
FAQ.
Yeah. Coming off the board on any fight phase is too strong. Only on your fight phase.
Once per game.
Once per game, yeah. Brutal.
Well, it's like I didn't go nuts, like, because everyone was going nuts before the codex dropped. But I'm like, let's see if there's a day one FAQ. Like, pump the brakes. It didn't come.
Probably
I'm like,
wise.
"Alright."
Probably a wise call, I think.
So I only bought as enough that I want, regardless of whether they get punched in the face.
Yeah, so you got it to satisfy the range collection, not for.
Yeah, I didn't like. I had 5 that I kit patched. They look like Vanguard vets, but with my new little aesthetic I've got, I wanted some of the actual ones. So
The new aesthetic. Nice.
I think they could be run as Vanguard vets for the Deathwatch too. Might be a nice stand-in.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think it's bad at all. Those are the kind of mirrors of each other, right?
Yeah.
Warp Talons and Vanguard Vets. Well, sort of, you know.
Or do Vanguard vets have shields?
They can. I don't know. Who knows what a Primaris Vanguard Vet would do. If it's the same or different, or... They only have, like, Volkite pistols. I don't know. One cannot say. The Slash squad is looking pretty much ready for decals. I guess I could brighten up some of the models a little bit.
Who's banging? Dump, smash, crash.
They stopped.
It's gotta be Doc.
Guilty.
He's the noisy fucker.
Like moved my hobby room back downstairs after the basement flood,
Yeah.
and I have like 4 codexes from 9th edition in shrink wrap still, and cards.
Oh no. Oh no, that feels bad.
Yeah, it sucks buying those.
It's like
They're there.
several $100.
Yeah.
That's what you get.
Man.
Any idea when your codex is coming, Biggie?
My CSM one,
Yeah.
I kind of thought it might be there this weekend, but he hasn't called to let me know it has. So
Gotcha.
imagine why is yours already tattered and ripped pages and can't wait to get it in my hands?
No, I just want your code.
Did you order it from the Forge?
Yeah.
Shit, eh?
He missed the.
Yeah, I messaged him directly, and he missed my message. And
It's because Discord doesn't always like, you gotta accept it if you're not friends. So
Yeah.
it doesn't like notify you, yeah. So that's why he's like, just respond to the page thing now, because he felt really bad. I was in there and he's like, he didn't know, like, he's just like, I've got to get my hands on a codex. Oh man, like, he was actually like genuinely upset.
yeah, I'm not too worried about it.
No, but you know, he's trying to.
Yeah.
establish good
Yeah, he's trying to
relations, right?
cultivate loyalty, right? So,
Yeah,
he
it's
doesn't-
which is a good sign, honestly. Like,
especially given their.
When you put it like that, it is actually.
Yeah,
Big step up. Big step up.
it's awesome.
Especially, yeah, given our previous situation.
Awesome to have someone running a game store who cares about serving the customers.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you want me to put an order through, and you gave me your money? Like, who would have thought? Who would have thought I expected the order to be entered?
Man, I just discovered, mostly because I'm a fatty,
I'm excited.
there's the packaging for like a really big box of Ferrero Rocher.
Bro.
The GW paint pots fit in it perfectly.
What? So this is
Crazy
like...
good.
So wait, what is the revelation here?
It was like it was made for it. It's like perfect to store your paints.
Oh, so now you think you gotta buy some chocolates to store your paints?
Oh yeah, for sure. I can mount them on the wall with this thing and everything.
Oh, wow.
Sick.
Well, I am a fan of the chocolates.
Obesity has its privileges.
Yeah.
Extra seats on airplanes.
Come to the dark side. You don't legitimately get them though, right? You gotta buy a double seat, right?
Oh my goodness.
I would assume
I
so.
don't know.
That's
I don't
crazy.
know.
Yeah.
They would just
I
eat
don't
the
know.
cost. No way. They wouldn't just eat the
Yeah.
cost.
That's crazy.
That's nuts.
I can only imagine what it's like, what that conversation is like. You require 2 seats, sir.
Yeah, I remember. I think it was you that told me about somebody making a video about how it was unfair.
Yeah, I think it was Kevin Smith or something. Like way back in the day.
Wait, because he was fat or because...
Yeah, he was fat.
Yeah, he was fat. Right.
I think you should be charged per pound, you know?
Jeez.
How about if you're fat, you're doomed to ride a bicycle that powers the habitat everybody else?
Like the air.
I feel like
Airflow. Like for your temperature and everything. Jeez.
it's basically a Black Mirror episode.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, I didn't come up with that myself, but I'm full on behind it.
I haven't watched Black Mirror in forever, but I think I watched the first season.
There was there's a new season recently, and I don't know if I loved it as much as I can't remember.
It's a fun premise for a show. All the ways technology could go wrong.
Man, I
think
enjoyed Twilight. Sorry.
Darren shouldn't be allowed to watch any more conspiracy shows. After that alien phone call I got
Oh,
from him,
Dude, I saw it again. They're harvesting our atmosphere.
no fucking way. Get out of here. You're going to kill me right now.
Happening.
Harvesting the atmosphere. It's so funny.
why would they want our atmosphere? It's polluted.
They're removing
No,
it from us before we completely destroy it.
I did see that milk farmers are going to be net zero by 2050.
Milk farmers?
Yeah, it won't be too late by then, right?
I don't know, but electronic vehicles, they're the way.
Yeah.
Apparently.
They're really helping.
Have you ever seen what it looks like when they mine lithium?
Oh, it's bad.
I
The
know.
environment.
It's
fucking
so
bad.
ridiculous. It's such a sham.
Yeah, it's
Like-
such
like-
a
The when you look into the greenhouse effect, or like what goes in the equipment, the detriment to the environment, the mining, the disposal, etc., etc.
yeah.
You're like, you could drive for like 20 years. Like, it's
Yeah, the Green Initiative feels like there's a profit incentive for certain people. Especially
Yeah.
when you consider like the grid, allegedly, from what I understand, can't support the
no,
Green
it can't.
Initiative.
It
Yeah.
can't. It is not
Especially
designed.
in Canada.
If we all went and bought an electric car tomorrow, the grid would fail.
But
horrible.
Ryan would be rich.
Yeah, but gas prices would probably be pretty good, though, right? That's how that would
No,
work.
we're not getting any warranties on any of those vehicles, Ryan.
Yeah.
And I'm a fan of hybrids. I feel like let's just enjoy the hybrid for a while.
Oh yeah, dude. The I forget the term, but the motor that's powered by
Oh,
the act
like,
of braking, that kind of hybrid. Those are dope.
Yeah. or whatever. Like
You know what they're
the
called,
gas.
right? What would you call that?
Honestly, hydrogen
It's a-
is the real answer.
Yeah, that seems like the way to go.
But they haven't figured out how to make money off selling us water.
What are you talking about? I buy bottled water from time to time.
Hydrogen powered cars.
I know.
It's gotta be specially purified water.
Distilled.
Could you imagine?
Oh, they would try to tell us that. I'm like, hang on a second. I put this tap water in, and it worked. All right. Let's go. My brother has a hybrid car. He really likes it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anybody that doesn't like their hybrid, really.
Happy with ours.
It also
Good fuel
sounds cool,
economy.
right? Like a hybrid. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a fusion, right? That sounds sick.
Good fuel economy and no real downside. Minimal extra costs.
I feel like hybrid's one of those words from the 90s that was like really cool.
Oh yeah.
It's like a buzzword. You know what I'm talking about? The kind of word
Yep.
you name a superhero after that no one likes.
You
I swear each of my word bears a different shade of red.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but yeah, they look really bad.
yeah, some of them do
I'm
look
working
bad.
on it. I'm working on it. So
I think you should fix it.
I am, as we speak, I'm trying to
And
bridge the
when
gap.
when you like settle on lighter or darker, we're gonna pick the one you didn't choose as what would because what else are friends for?
As expected.
Alright. I'm gonna finish some skin here, and then I unfortunately should go to bed. I have the work.
Painting the skin, eh? Well,
I'm gonna call her as well.
at 10 p.m. So
Friendly reminder, people. I'm around all week for evening games.
Ooh, off the chain. I like it.
I have been released.
Well, you guys have a good night. I'm gonna call it as well.
talk to you later, Biggs.
Bye.
Yeah. Pencil me in for Wednesday, maybe, Army.
All right. Sounds
Ooh,
good.
Fight.
Sounds the good.
Yeah, I'll come. You can host in your new place.
Oh yeah.
I'll come check out the place.
Sure. Sounds good.
Yeah.
You're gonna break up the fine china.
Yeah.
Break up the fine move block in round 2.
Dude,
I'm gonna
batteries teleporting everywhere.
Yeah, when I'm uppy downy, all up in your grill.
No, I can fuck with that too. That's okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna list Taylor.
Go for it. Go for it. You don't know what my
I'll
list
DM
is.
you, Doc. Don't worry.
Oh, sick!
You might show up and there's Chaos Knights on the table. You don't know.
Oh,
Oh yeah, right. This guy. What are the odds of that?
Just do it to prove a point.
Oh yeah, you would. You're the type.
Oh, Jeremy just posted. They have their biggest Magic release of the year. So they're gonna need to take pre-order payments this time around.
Magic.
We can send the invoices to you online if you're unable to come in before then. Unfortunately for this wave, we don't have much flex. So they just don't have enough money to cover all the orders. Makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't mind. Now, yeah.
Magic. Who likes magic? Bunch of kids. Into magic.
Magic's huge in there. I went in and
I know.
yeah.
I get it.
I'm surprised
It's
Darren
funny.
didn't play Magic.
Pretty sure
I
you
played.
did.
You did? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. When the play group was just Melon and myself, it got kind of stale. So I'm like, I'll get into Magic, and then sold all my cards for massive store credit, and got into Warhammer again once you guys came around.
Right on. Yeah. Magic, I just like even more so than Warhammer. I think they just keep you spending money, you know?
Oh yeah, they keep you spending money. They were good at that.
And Wizards of the Coast, like if you think Jake Games Workshop's bad, like the stuff I've read about Wizards of the Coast, they sound like
they're not.
real. They sound like real scumbags.
Yep, I've only heard the same.
No one's liking them right now.
All right, I will. I'll catch you guys later, and I'll touch base about Wednesday.
Yep. All right, boys.
Sounds
I'm probably
See
gonna
ya.
have to do the same.
Good hobbing with you guys.
Yeah. You know what? I gotta figure out how to hang up though, because I'm old. I don't even know where do I get to the top?
How do you leave every other time? This I don't understand.
I don't know. I unplug my phone.
Go to the no, don't power down your phone. That's
I'm
admitting
kidding.
defeat. No, you should be able
But
to drop down your notification bar. Are you an iPhone or Android?
iPhone right now.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know how to.
Okay, good, because I can't help you.
I don't know if anyone can help me. Anyway, it was great talking to you, buddy. Thanks for the hang, and yeah, we'll see you soon.
Talk to you later, dude. Bye.
Yep.
And then it was just me and chat. Probably hobby for a few minutes more while I finish reviewing the state of these legionaries. Now that my attention is not divided. I think they're all up to around the same level with all the different components. Jeez, the Chaos Space Marines have so many accessories. Yeah, I just want to get them basically ready for decals here. So those two are all right. How about these two? Oh, I just realized some of these guys have horns. Jeez, so many different material types. Why would they do this? Yeah, that icon's looking pretty good. Even on camera, it looks pretty good. Okay, this guy's looking all right. How about these two? All the materials are in place. Oh, I just, sorry, so engrossed in the conversation with the friend group there, I neglected my attention with chat. I see your comments, Troy. You are seen and heard. Okay, those seem good. Look at the next two. We got the Begone Thought guy right here. Henceforth, that's what he'll be known as. And then we got this guy who can get a little bit of lighter gray on his grenade. Just a little bit. Just a touch of paint on the raised panels. Only the last two from this group. Yeah, they seem fine. These two, okay, I can do a bit more of green highlights on them, and yeah, this guy's looking pretty dope. He was the outlier from the red squad. I guess corn squad, but marks only exist if you play one detachment, so background music going, maybe? Make my life a little bit more enjoyable. Alright, so we'll use a little bit of Toxic Mist to highlight the green glowing components. It's a pretty nice color. I use it as an alternative to GW's Gauss Blaster. Just because Gauss Blaster's a fine color, but kind of annoying to buy their paint pots, which is less value for money. And also, the paint pots seem to dry out faster than the dropper bottles, I find. And on these chalkier paints, it feels to me like it makes a difference. I got some gold on my palette, and I realized, like, sometimes gold pistols need some gold. So that's a little annoying. That's another material to cover. Really, I just need a dab. Just to suggest they're gold. Just to suggest a difference of material. Okay, that should be adequate for him, and I'll do a Hexwraith wash on that afterwards. And by the time this guy is embrightened, he should be dry and ready to receive that wash. Yeah, we'll just put a little dot of that Toxic Mist on there to make it stand out a bit more. Well, kind of mucked up that eye. It's not the easiest detail to pick out with this big shoulder pad in the way. And then we'll use a bit of Hexwraith Flame, the old formula. I actually have a pot of the new formula, and it is not the same, disappointingly. It's a subtle difference, but for the purpose I like to use the Hexwraith 4, which is more for glazing than as a straight contrast. The old formula works better, I think. Alright, these guys are looking pretty good, I think. I really like how the skin turned out on this guy's shoulder pads. Even his head's alright. We're ready for decals, so maybe I'll do that on tomorrow's stream. As of right now, the usual gang is confirmed, but you never know. It might just be me and Shaq like last week. In any case, we are going to wrap up here. Where's my cooler guy to end on here? If you made it to the end of the stream, you are the real heroes. Much appreciated to everyone who made it to the end and everyone who checked in and liked the stream as well. And with that, I bid you farewell.